Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Sins of a Solar Empire 2, a promising upcoming space RTS that I've covered quite a few times on my channel already. With the latest update, the game received once again numerous changes that I'd like to show you again in this sponsored video. The latest update includes UI changes based on feedback, over 10 new skyboxes, a new resource market, and victory conditions. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to find out more about this game and subscribe to get more info whenever new updates roll in. Before we dive into a new game, let's once again have a look at the map selection. So by the way, if you are new to this game, don't forget to check out my other videos about it. I've covered it a few times now. We're not going too much in depth about the mechanics anymore. We still have those maps available here. Last time we played with the Twin Giants. This time I would like to go with Transstaff. Two desperate tech commanders won the critical Transstaff battle. Despite being small and isolated, Transstaff inadvertently became a key juncture in the war. The system is tightly constrained, making it difficult to pierce the enemy's front lines. There's 35 planets in this map, and we have to battle against a maximum of 3 other players, so 4 in total. Let's get cracking. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once more at the beginning of a fresh game. This time around we're in the orbit of Suleika, a rather normal Terran planet that we have here with some credit, metal and crystal income. So I'm not diving into the mechanics that much anymore in this video here. You can just check out my last video from 2 weeks ago where we previewed this game already, where I was also explaining mechanics. So in this case here we have gold, we have metal, and we have the crystal production, our primary resources, and we want to get stuff done quickly. For that, I would like to start with, of course, boosting my economy once more with some mining and commerce districts on one side. On the other hand, we should also be looking out at my research, so civilian research and military research. Let's also start with the first in this case here. Next on the list, we have actually a ship that we need to choose from. So we can start with one capital ship as always, and probably as always, I usually went with the Akan battlecruiser because he has the colonization speciality. This time around, I would not like to choose this anymore. We're going with one of the other ones because they're all very detailed and have very strong strengths and weaknesses. This one here, the Dunov battlecruiser, for example, has an EMP charge that depletes shields and antimatter from nearby ships when the bomb explodes. Not so bad. The Cold battleship is a very powerful combat, heavily armored warship. Let's go ahead and get this one done for this Let's Play. And there it's coming out already. And I just love how they all look. By the way, we also have beautiful new skyboxes in the background, as I've already said. And they're also making quite a bit of a difference here. It's definitely brighter than before. Meanwhile, my scout ships are already on their way to the neighboring systems. This is also something we should really be tackling. Light factory, there is my construction frigate that we have then for the orbit, and the second construction frigate. Let's also start by having a new fleet set up for us, where we can then assign some ships to that. So the colony ship is something that we definitely want to have to early colonization, and we're also going ahead, of course, with my second shipyard here with the scout corvette. Let's actually get 2 of them on the way. Battleship ready, there you go. We also have another construction frigate right over here. With that we can build orbital structures. One of them is then also my civic research tree right away. We have different kinds of orbital rings around my planet, and the research, let's get this one into the inner ring, right, and the military probably to the outer ring. There's way more orbital structures, of course.
Easily done.
There's also my scout ship ready for action. On its way now to the neighboring bases. They automatically start with the scouting, right? Automatically search and discover new planets and stuff like that. And the second one is coming out over here. And we can also quickly zoom in, have a look at it. Oops. As it moves now to the neighboring systems that we, by the way, can also see from over there. So the premise is, of course, to conquer as many systems as possible. With each system that we conquer, we get a bit more powerful. We haven't discovered any opponents yet, right, because we have only this basic cluster that we have here right now, and of course there's way more all around us, so we'll just discover more. I'm now in Prilis system over here. We can see there's already some hostile forces. There's an asteroid over here that we can colonize on, and there's also a derelict loot that we can scout, but of course we need to clear the enemy forces first. The other one has arrived over here. Unfortunately, no neighboring planets, right, it's just asteroids like this one here. So the scouts will make sure that they're getting out of range here as quickly as possible. already under attack, but they're very fast, so it shouldn't be a big deal. In the meantime, we can start with civilian research now. Very good. This unlocks the first tier of tax here for us. It also does cost me a bit. Alright, this one's on its way now to the next system already, where there's a volcanic planet on it that we can then also discover and find out what this one holds. Back to Suleika once more, because of course we have more construction here. Finish the civilian research. I would like to go with another commerce zone that we can go up here, and also another logistics district now. Quite expensive, that one. And military wise, I would also like to start with it, so let's go ahead and build me the first military research station. This is very expensive, right? Let's have this on the outer ring here, yeah, just beside my factories that we have up here. So there's my construction ship on its way already. I'm also going to assign now my battleship here to my Alpha fleet, so we can have different fleets. And I would also like to go ahead then and start building the first ships for this fleet. And we only have normal frigates right now, so the Cobalt Light Frigate. And let's go ahead and, yeah, just start constructing us 8 of them. And construction is now on its way here at my heavy factory that we have. In the meantime, also my military station is coming along. What a beautiful game. Really, I love space games, and this one totally does justice to this genre graphic-wise. There it is. With that, we can also go ahead now and start the military tech tree. It's going to be quite expensive, so we want to make sure that we conquer one of those asteroids as quickly as possible. Speaking about conquering and exploration, we should have this one here now. Have we still our 2... I think we've already lost my scouts. Yeah, my scouts are gone, both of them. That's fine, because we already discovered... No, there it is actually. Alright, that was a bit confusing. Should have shown it on the map actually. It's already jumping to the next system, right? All the way over here. And as you can see, this is a new area that was discovered here with Illyria in the center of it. Alright. Next up, we can go with the tier 1 civilian researchers now, since we have unlocked this. Here we have the deep core metal mining. Of course, we want to start with that. Boosting our mining output is the most important thing, and also my efficient crystal sorting here. Those two, right? And this will then increase my income of these. For the military tree, let's just check this one out here real quick. We get the Garda prototype, a new ship type, the Garda flag frigate. Definitely want to go ahead with this. And the gunship corvette. So these are upgraded versions of the ships that we already have then. And also the military grade specs give me a flat 5% weapon damage to my ships. I would also like to go ahead with this. Speaking about my ships, there we have them. Quite a few have already came out of this. There's also my battleship. We can assign its first action point to it, right? So we got 3 available there. The experimental beam fires powerful beam that deals high damage over time. We can also the fusillade, grants bonus to weapon attack rate and turret tracking for short duration. And then we also have the adaptive force field. An experimental force field greatly reduces the damage taken by this ship. Let's go ahead and get the beam going, right? And there's also my fleet now ready, so we can now start moving them. And they are getting ready for battle, because we want to conquer those first territories ASAP. My colony frigate is also ready to colonize then the asteroid. We have finished the research of the Garda prototype, so there we have it. Where is it? There it is. Garda frigate. And let's start also the construction of the first ones here. By the way, definitely need to assign it then to my fleet. And there it is, also the next ship already. And yeah, we also have very detailed statistics of any ship. So this one here has 500 armor points, 475 hull points, and it also has 1.3 damage times 4. And this one has 9 damage, but 1, right, times 1, because it only has 1 type of weapon, the medium autocannon. This one has 4 PD autocannons that we have available here. So of course a mix of between them is very important, because some of them are very strong against shields, while others are very strong against the hull. Efficient crystal sorting has been finished. Having a very nice income right now. I could go for the volcanic, we will need this soon. Asteroid mercantile mandate. Commerce credit income rate from asteroids is increased. This is powerful because we're going to have an asteroid here soon. And orbital commerce unlocks the trade port. The specialists, no, that's all nothing. Let's go back to my military tree. Because here we have the jump upgrade. We also have the armor strength for all my ships. Let's go ahead and do this. And also the hull reinforcement, another 12% max hull points to my ships. And of course, with any excess resource that we have, let's continue building us ships. The next tag coming out now is very important, basic provisioning, so we have them queued up here. This gives me another 250 maximum supply limit, as we are at the supply limit already for my fleet. And with this one unlocked, we can have basically more than twice the size of our current fleet. There it is, has been unlocked now, and now we can continue with the ship construction. With my fleet ready, we can actually move now to the next system. So we have two systems available here, basically. One of them has also then an Arctic planet next to it, Magion, and the other one has the Abilonon here, the volcanic colonization. So let's just see what is bad here that we could have. This one here has a dense core, Magion, and this gives me surface mining rate of a 0.8 increase and a gravity well radius of 50% increase, where this one does not have any special bonuses. So I would probably like to go for this Arctic planet over there, and with that I'm moving my base or my fleet now over here to Prilis, just as also my hull reinforcements have been upgraded. So that fleet is now on its way. Let's make sure that they're actually gathering up here before they jump all at once. So now all getting ready, and then you can see a huge firework popping in here as they're all trying to jump at once. There it is. And they can also kind of grasp the scale of this somehow. Really big. Right, tiny ships. All of them at once over there. We continue, by the way, also constructing ships, right? So I can go ahead. Let's commission another 11 of my basic frigates there to get this done. Okay, they're on their way already, jumping to the system. And by the way, also my home planet here, we could upgrade the logistics of this one. Now I don't have credits. That's not something. So we're entering now. Oh, the battleship is a bit late here to the party. And the battle already started.
Ready to swat some flies.
There's also the battleship entering now. And we can see this also here. The beam is already being used, and we can see the beam on the poor target, whoever is under attack here. And there's the pirates, more or less, that are getting destroyed now. Doesn't stand that much of a chance. We use primarily the autocannon right now and the beam, so I can't wait for better ones then to come out. There's a siege frigate there, by the way. No idea what it does over here. Let's just go for my ships, and in this case, would like to have a look at my colony ship. We still have 3 more light frigates, alright. And I think we have conquered. Nope, there's still this one. And by the way, let's get into the radius of the relic. The battleship is important that it gets in here, because this is then conquering its relic here. There's my battleship coming in, barely taking damage there at this point. Can we attack the beam? Oh, it has leveled up, by the way. So these can level up, right? And let's get it the fusillade. Grants a bonus to weapon attack damage. And with that, this battle is coming to an end. We already capture it, right? Once the battleship is in range here, it is already capturing this. Let's go back to the home base there real quick. There it is. And let's get me my colony ship over, because I want to start colonization of this asteroid here. Alright, relic is coming in, so we are going to get some bonuses out of that. The rest of the fleet is just going to recover from this right now. There's also the reinforcements coming in. We're still constructing ships, right? Got quite the resources there right now. Let's have a look at my research. Yeah, Arctic colonization. That is the next planet that I'm intending to colonize here. So we definitely should go ahead with this. Also, influence points. We get the improvement to the scouts. It's not super important. Orbital structure price is important, because we're going to build a few of them. And the relic capture time. We should have had this at this point. Unfortunately, we don't. It's fine, though. It's just costing me a bit of time there. I think we have everything here. Then let's go with the jump computer, because this speeds up the jump time of my scout corvettes, thus lowering the chance of them getting destroyed. The relic has been looted and it gives me 500 metal. That was quite a bit. So this is completely random. Could be anything really. And there is also my colonization, and we have colonized this asteroid here now. With that, we're boosting our metal income. We can have some improvements here. The mining income. Let's go ahead and upgrade this two times, and the commerce 1 time. Right, and with that, we're getting a bit of income here out of that, and we can build more ships with that. Let's take my fleet and move right away to the Arctic planet over here, the Magion, right? Also, my battleship leveled up again. Let's improve the beam. Researches have been completed in the meantime. I would like to go ahead and also build me 2 more scouts again. So they're going to be jumping way faster now in the future. And my construction ship can continue with the orbital stations. I would like to have another civilian research station now. We can have it just beside the other one. This will unlock more tech than down the road. And I think my main planet here, let's have another commerce upgrade. This is very expensive at this point, but it is worth it. And we can also go in and increase the civilian research rate, for example. Or we build orbital structures directly from the planet. That we can also do. In the meantime, the fleet is moving in, and we are already in the next territory with my little swarm. Looks quite magical as we're attacking now the next system. Where's my flagship? There it is. It's a bit slower.
Yes, Commander. At once.
Of course, they don't stand a chance. Just a few neutral forces here, really. Very good. Also some additional planetary development points finished. By the way, what's up with the beam? Use it.
Research complete.
Capture time reduction, that's important. I think my battleship is disabled here right now. Some of its specialities because of these. There it is. Yeah, that was definitely some kind of thing that disabled the weapon of my battleship. That's okay. It's the last one. We can take the colony ship and start colonization of this system there again as well. In the meantime, my fleet already jumps to the next system, whereas also my colony ship is coming in. So you can see there is a lot of additional dynamics now coming in. We also want to, of course, continue with the advancement of this asteroid there now. And on Suleika, my main base, we are also now in the process of building 2 more orbital structures. And we're also starting the colonization now while that battle rages on, hopefully. And here we're taking the volcanic planet. By the way, we would need to research volcanic colonization. Otherwise, this is a no-go. Alright, at the same time, we have colonized... No, we haven't yet.
Ready for orders.
Thought it was already, but it's still moving towards it. There's the colony ships coming now. Nice detail. And with that, we have established a colony on Magion as well, on this ice planet. And yeah, it gives me then some mining and some commerce districts already, and we are further boosting our income. And as you can see here, we can also see this. My main planet, for example, the metal gives me 3.2 metal per second. Aprilis, the asteroid, gives me 1, and Magion, the new one, gives me 0.9. Same goes with the crystals and with the credits. Now, I think here we don't need anything else. I could actually send the colony ship over right away. There it is. To this volcanic planet over there, because I'm pretty sure, yep, we have cleared it already. And next on the list, we need to be careful. Where do we go from here? Yeah, let's go for Temprado in the meantime.
Planet development finished.
The thing is, there's nothing on it. And look at that. I think this is a... Yeah. Luoportica colonist cities. So this is another faction. But I haven't discovered another faction yet. It's just another faction ship. It's not a neutral hostile entity. It's not pirates or anything like that. It's of the Luopica colonists. It's an AI opponent that actually got into my cluster here already. And there's another one. So it must be somewhere over here, right? Somewhere over there as this map unfolds. Right. My scouts? Is that my scouts? No, it's my construction frigates. Both of them. Also go ahead and build me something here. And we probably want to go with military structures. Let's have 2 military structures, an upgrade, and then we can have a third one here too. There you go. 3 more. This boosts me to the next level. For the civilian tag, we already have achieved this, so I can go ahead now and go with civilian tier 2 research. Does cost me a bit, and this unlocks then a whole bunch of new tags then down the road here again. There's lots of tags, as you can see. The same applies for the military tag, all the way up here to the superstructures then. And there is actually a colony now, or a base of these colonists here, right? Another player. So, of course, the main question will be fighting or will be cooperating? No idea at this point. Moving into this asteroid here now with my frigates and corvettes. Just taking this one really here quickly because it gives me the resources. Also finished the military tag, so we can go ahead and unlock tier 2 now for the military tag and with that better ships. At the same time, civilian 2 we can go for now, increasing the surface mining rate by 20% with the rapid hydrometallurgy. Go ahead and get this one ASAP. And I think for the crystal we have the same thing. The shockwave pulverization gives me another 20% mining rate to crystals. Very important, those 2 tags. Alright, the next battle is on. These are just smaller skirmishes really, right? It's nothing severe at the moment. It's really just clearing the area here for our ships to come in. There's also my battleship, a bit late perhaps to the party. Also get a commerce district on my volcanic planet. And there should be my colony ship. There it is. Let's get this one over here to the asteroid belt right away because we're going to settle this one next. Battleship leveled up. Let's give it the finest hour special ability. In a desperate move, the crew stressed themselves and this ship engineering to the limit, granting the ship splash damage attacks, increased repair rates, and increased antimatter regeneration. This costs me 100 antimatter. It would be... oh, level 6 then. Special ability for this one. Let's go with the adaptive force field because we have then all 3 special abilities unlocked. Let's get my fleet over immediately to Rakos over there. This would be a choke point, not yet though. This is the choke point system because this planet here, right, Abilonon, that we have settled to, is the point where enemies need to enter before they can get to my main base. So this one here is something we need to heavily fortify really to play it safe. So I do have defense, improves the defensive capabilities of this planet. This allows you to build more military orbital structures. Let's have one of them. And with that, we can also get the Gauss defense platform on its way here. That is a weapon, basically, right? So we can have this weapon here, close to the planet, hopefully, close to the entry points of these hostile systems. And we can have then one here and one here. And they're going to protect the planet and buy us some time to get my fleet over there, just in case there's an attack. Yeah, the next upgrade to my mining rate has been coming in, so we are now sitting at 6 there, and also this planet continues the development. Oh, look at that. There is one of these other forces here now. That's an unknown minor faction that is entering my territory right now. And I also just love how all these factions have their different ship designs. This looks fantastic. A beautiful ship indeed. Just scouting right now, obviously. Let's get my main fleet to the next system over here. There's also my colony ship now. And we will need to settle here quickly before anyone else does. If the enemy settles here, that would be problematic for us, right?
Ready for orders.
And then we have also the next asteroid under our control. This one has a bit more mining capabilities than the last one. And commerce. So we are going to push this one immediately so that we can also harvest its resources quickly. We do have a construction frigate here close by. So this one here we could use then to build us an extractor, a metal extractor or the crystal extractor. There it is. And with this we could then start also the crystal asteroid there. Let's actually do this right away. We don't need to select our asteroid for this. And then also get into the logistics here to unlock us orbital slots that we can have then for the system. The colony ship already could continue to this system here that we are conquering right now. Oh, there is a big attack though here. There is another faction now. Another player entirely. Look at that. So there is his system over there. And he's battling those pirates there right now. At the same time as we are moving into. I think we're not at war with him though yet. We are. So we are already fighting against him.
What now?
Let's just have a look at my upgrades here. Any kind of hull increase, Corvette max speed we would have here. Weapon damage increase by 10%. And also the autocannon reduction reload time. These are great upgrades that we probably should have, right? Yeah, and there we're fighting against the other AI player already. My battleship is also coming in. And look at that, he's got the colony ship already. So he's really quick about this. Already colonizing that planet. Doesn't matter to me though, right? It's important that we take out his fleet. We did that, I think. So at least his ships are actually fleeing. Let's focus his main ship. Also with the beam. The thing is though, this, yeah, takes a lot of hits, right? So it's probably safer to just attack his smaller ships first. There's also my special beam coming in, drastically reducing his hull points. And look at all my minor drones also doing their damage. This just looks fantastic. And so it is, the battle of the forces for this system here. So the goal here would be to take out this battleship. This will take quite some time, and then we can take over the colony. All the while not forgetting that we should be sending in some more reinforcements. We have now the cruisers as well, so I could also go ahead and already build me the first cruisers that will then join this battle here. It will take some time. And yeah, this was another preview gameplay of Sins of a Solar Empire 2. I love this game. Still scheduled for autumn. And if you're interested in this game, don't forget to check out the link in the video description. Can't wait for more updates. Of course, I will cover them for you as well. Stay tuned.